Royal Rage. How Sarah Ferguson faced Queen's fury at Balmoral. Sarah Ferguson had to face the furious Queen in the aftermath of the toe-sucking scandal at Balmoral in 1992, and the Duchess of York wrote how she was wounded to the core by Her Majesty's anger. Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known as Fergie, married Prince Andrew in their romantic royal wedding in 1986. They welcomed Princess Beatrice in 1988 and Princess Eugenie in 1990. However, the Duke and Duchess of York would separate after only 6 years of marriage in 1992. The split was soon followed by scandal when photographs emerged of Fergie and her lover John Byron in the south of France in what has become known as the toe-sucking images. In her 1996 autobiography, My Story, the Duchess recounts the now infamous breakfast at Balmoral when the royal family found out about the scandalous pictured in the Sunday papers. She recalled how she could not stand to go down to the breakfast table herself, staying in her room while Andrew ate with his siblings, and how she still had to face the Queen, who breakfasted with Prince Philip separately in upstairs rooms. She writes, but the horror wasn't nearly over. I still had to face the woman by whose kind permission I was staying in the castle. She was my mother-in-law and my sovereign, and a woman I cared about deeply, and this is how I had thanked her. I had let down a person who had never let me down, the last person in the world I would have wished to disappoint. At 9:30 that morning, I went up to see Her Majesty the Queen. The Duchess continues, the Queen was furious. I'd apologized, of course, but penance and contrition have their limits. There are some things which cannot be put right. Her anger wounded me to the core, the more because I knew it was justified. I had violated her trust. I had betrayed the bond that would have built ever since she had invited me to Royal Ascot in 1985 as one of the younger people she enjoyed having about. The Queen had been so saddened when Andrew and I separated, but she had never let it affect our personal ties, even as I become distinctly non grata at her court. There was something special between us, and maybe that was what moved me to mount some feeble defense instead of just slinking out of her room. The Duchess reveals that she asked Her Majesty, don't you think it's a bit weird that it keeps having to be me that gets caught? Don't you think it's time someone asked, why is it always her? It can't be that idiotic. She continues, I curtsied my retreat, then went and found the one woman who understood what it meant to marry into the royal family and how hard it was to measure up. I went to Diana's bedroom and sat with my friend. She couldn't say anything. She was just there for me, and she was great. The Balmoral row reared its head again this year as Fergie was seen to make a hasty departure from the Queen's Scottish estate this summer. In August, Prince Philip's early arrival to the annual royal retreat forced the Duchess of York to depart early. The Duke of Edinburgh is said to refuse to be in the same residence as Fergie ever since the 1992 Balmoral debacle. Prince Andrew was also making an unexpectedly early departure from Balmoral the day after and was soon seen with his ex-wife on holiday at a Spanish resort.